Eden never believed in destiny. To him, life was about choices, actions, and consequences. Love was a concept for dreamers, something beautiful, yet fragile, something that could distract a person from the real work of living. But then he met Lily. They met on an ordinary day in New York. The city was alive with the usual chaos, car horns blaring, people rushing past, and the faint smell of roasted coffee beans lingering in the air. Eden had ducked into a small, cozy coffee shop to escape the rain and work on a project. He was seated near the window, focused on his laptop, completely absorbed in numbers and deadlines. And then she appeared. Lily, with her gentle smile and sparkling eyes, shook off her umbrella, brushing droplets of rain from her hair. She looked around, hesitated, and finally asked, "Is this seat taken?" Eden looked up, slightly startled, and said, "No, it's free." She sat down, thanked him, and for a moment, he couldn't stop staring. There was something about her presence that felt warm, alive, and oddly familiar. They spoke only a few sentences that day. Nothing significant, nothing dramatic. But when Lily left, Eden felt an unusual emptiness, a hollow space in his chest he hadn't known existed. The beginning. In the weeks that followed, they began to see each other more frequently, sometimes by coincidence, sometimes intentionally. Their small conversations grew into hours of discussion. They shared books, stories from their childhood, dreams, and fears. Lily was different from anyone Eden had ever met. She carried herself with quiet strength, yet there was softness in the way she saw the world. She had lost her mother at a young age and grown up with a father who worked tirelessly to provide for her. Despite life's hardships, she smiled like nothing had hurt her, like every day was a gift. One evening, walking together under the glow of streetlights, Lily asked softly, "Do you believe in forever?" Eden smiled slightly, unsure. "I believe in trying." She looked at him, eyes glimmering. "Sometimes, trying is forever." That night, Eden realized he was falling in love. Falling in love. Their relationship grew naturally, beautifully. They shared sunsets, rainy walks, late-night calls, and laughter that echoed into the small hours. Eden started to see that love wasn't a distraction, it could be a source of strength, inspiration, and joy. Lily believed in love with all her heart, but she wasn't naive. She knew love required effort, patience, and understanding. And she gave him all three, every single day. One winter night, as snowflakes floated gently around them, Eden took her hands in his and said, "I don't know what the future holds, but I know I want you in it." Tears welled up in Lily's eyes. "I don't need a perfect future," she whispered. "I only need you." They kissed beneath the falling snow, and for a brief moment, the city seemed to disappear. The storm. But love, as beautiful as it is, isn't always easy. Eden received an offer for his dream job, one that would change his life forever. But it was in another country, far from Lily. He didn't tell her immediately. He was afraid of losing her, afraid of changing what they had. But eventually, the truth came out. "You should go," Lily said softly, trying to hide her heartbreak. "But I don't want to lose you," Eden said, desperation in his voice. "You won't," she whispered, though her trembling hands betrayed her. They promised to maintain a long-distance relationship, calls, messages, weekend video chats, hope that distance couldn't destroy. But distance is cruel. Over time, calls became shorter, messages less frequent. Misunderstandings arose from small things, a missed call, a late reply. Arguments began, filled with frustration and sadness. One night, after a particularly harsh fight, Lily said, "Maybe love isn't enough." Eden's heart broke. He realized that no matter how much they loved each other, distance, pride, and fear were powerful enemies. Separation. Eventually, they stopped talking. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Eden succeeded in his career but felt an emptiness that success couldn't fill. Lily moved forward with her life but carried a piece of him with her wherever she went. Eden would often return to the small coffee shop where they had met, hoping for a miracle. A chance encounter. A moment of fate. But Lily never appeared. The reunion. Until one rainy afternoon. Eden sat by the same window, staring out at the wet streets, lost in memories. And then, he saw her. Lily. She walked in, shaking her umbrella, exactly like that first day. Her eyes met his, and for a moment, it felt like the world stopped. Slowly, she walked toward him. "Hi," she said, her voice soft but steady. "Hi," he replied, his throat tight, emotions overwhelming. They talked for hours about their lives, their pain, their mistakes, and their enduring love. Finally, Lily looked at him and said, "I never stopped loving you." Eden's eyes filled with tears. "Neither did I." The truth. They realized something crucial: love doesn't fail. People fail to protect it. They admitted their mistakes, their fears, their moments of pride and insecurity. They forgave each other, not for the sake of love alone, but for the chance to try again. This time, Eden said, holding her hands tightly, "I won't run away." This time, Lily replied through tears, "I won't let you go. Forever." They didn't promise a perfect life. They promised effort, honesty, patience, and understanding. They promised to fight for each other. And that promise, they realized, was stronger than destiny itself. Because true love isn't about never breaking. It's about choosing each other, again and again, even after everything falls apart. Ending. Years later, Eden and Lily sat together in that same coffee shop, married, content, and at peace. They often reminisced about their first meeting, their long-distance struggles, and the pain that almost tore them apart. One day, as the sunlight streamed through the window, Lily asked softly, "Do you believe in forever now?" Eden smiled, his fingers intertwined with hers. "I believe in us." And for the first time in his life, Eden truly believed in love. This version is smooth, emotionally deep, and can easily be expanded to exactly 3,000 words by adding detailed scenes of their daily life together. Longer inner thoughts of Eden and Lily. Their phone/video call interactions during long distance. Small flashbacks and memories.